down on the ground, but I really be jealous, cause I'm the one in their minds. In their minds, screw up with me, boy, don't go cry. In their minds, come on at me, boy, there's a fight. In their minds.
It's on to your Philippines Football League Saturday action as Judgment Day nears us for teams at the top of the standings and at the bottom. And to kick off this weekend, we have Taguig FC and Don Bosco Garelli United FC squaring off in this one. They are opening the weekend again as we see our schedule for the day. We also have matches at Dynamic Herb Borromeo Sports Complex in Cebu. But afterwards, dito po sa Rizal Memorial, we do have Benjola FC and Tuloy FC playing against each other. And to wrap it up, the much-awaited clash between Manila Monte FC and Philippine Air Force. And the game again at Cebu features Cebu FC and Philippine Army. Just to show you, of course, our loaded Saturday calendar, and we cannot wait to get started. Here's a look at our standings as we zoom in on our teams also. Taguig FC are in 6th place and are competing for the title. But a contrasting agenda dito sa Garelli, where they sit in number 10 and hope to get that top 10 finish in hopes of being retained here in the upper or in the top flight of Philippines Football League action. They have 9 points. May konting buffer sila versus Benjol and Philippine Army, but a win here will absolutely help them in securing a spot. As we take a look at our squads competing, let's head over to Taguig FC. They are on a roll as of late, as you could see from their results. But we see a chink in the armor and a point for improvement. They have conceded some goals, but they do have an outside chance of winning the title. And we see Andres Aldeguer, he did bag a brace in their last game as Misak Bahadoran also scored. Aldeguer, again, a young striker. And again, he's under the mentorship of the likes of Stefan Schrock. Day in and day out in this squad, of course. Schrocky, we could say, at an advanced stage already, but continuing to contribute to Philippine football and, of course, helping out Taguig in that title or that drive to the title. They did have a long layoff, but they can show, or they did show, that they can retain their lethal form, because that 7-1 victory over Loyola was an absolute statement, and they have a tough stretch in their schedule, so they need to push for a top 3 finish as we will carry over. It's a different tale dito sa Don Bosco Garelli United. But if we take a look at it, 2 straight wins so far. Pero tandaan nga natin sa itong laro, wala si Jules Kumoin. And they are coming off that big win versus Philippine Air Force FC. An intense clash, and they got the much-needed points. Django Johnson scored the lone goal of the Banagodos assist. So they'll need him again to drive their offense as we are closing our pre-match ceremonies, and we'll take it to the ground. There's Red Fornis, another player to look out for also, the speedster. At ito na po, we see our match officials as we speak. Si Michael Barajas ay ang referee, si Ryan Colores at si Segundo Saloria III ay ang ating assistant referee. Si Rodney Leble ay ang fourth official. Si Gerardo Andres ay ang referee assessor at si Ira Ilan ay ang ating match commissioner. And we see our respective captains, si Nano Amita ngayon for One Taguig and Panjo Mahina as expected for Don Bosco Garelli United. They're just wrapping up the toss coin. They get to choose, of course, if they get the ball or the field. As we see Milad Begandong and company, a very experienced crew in that picture there. Naka 4-4-2 formation ang One Taguig. And we do see that Lance Bencio will be their goalkeeper once more. At si Patrick Grog, naka right back. Madalas right winger siya or more of attacking player siya. But he will have extra defensive duties here. And we do see the likes of the experienced Stefan Schrack, and nandun ulit si Zabihi Taher again, an experienced man sa ating Philippine football circuit. Lipat naman tayo sa DB Garelli United. No Jules Comoin again. That is a big deal because he is their main man on offense. 7 goals po yun. So they will look to bank on Django Johnson, and they will need more support from the likes of Baclason and Tirado on the wings and from Bolen on top. And as usual, yung mga tao nila sa central midfield, sila Banjo Mahina, yung team captain, at si Kevin Banagodos. They'll need to get their act together quickly here or start strong in hopes of dealing with a top caliber team like One Taguig, as Jules Comoin again is absent. Django Johnson will kick this one off. Also starting at goalkeeper for Don Bosco Garelli is BJ Dagdag. It is his third start. He did play versus Davao Aguilas UMAC and Dynamic Herb Cebu. As this game is off, Michael Barajas, our referee, gave us the kickoff signal. It is DB Garelli again who kicked it off with Django Johnson in their orange uniforms, playing from right to left. One Taguig, nakaputi, triple white uniforms here. They're playing from left to right. At kita natin may offside kaagad. The flag was up. As we see Patrick Grog pictured. He did take over One Taguig's Instagram account today, as we saw, to give them some behind the scenes looks. At binigay dito kay Zabihi Taher. Grog opting to go. Nandun na lang si Hiraishi na lang sa likod. Tutulong sa depensa. As this one rolls out, goal kick dito para kay Dagdag. We see Grog holding on to his leg. That's a cause for concern. At nasa first minute pa lang tayo ngayon. As Dagdag will resume play. We assess the statistics also here. 10 games played so far for One Taguig FC. So they have 6 wins, 3 draws, and 1 loss. As Bench's clearance ended up in this area. Amita. Fornis came close to getting it. Our player to look out for, or one of our players again. That's the reason why. The speedster at the back. Playing at fullback. Combinations here, but it's picked out. And now it's off with Amita. Shimomura, the keeper to beat. Got to launch it, but it was hit or denied. Throw in dito sa Taguig. Let's take a look at it right here. Clever ball, but BJ Dagdag gets the job done. And along with his defense. This one down the line. It'll ping pong around. Hiraishi will say it like a broken record as he sends this cross in. Shimomura, Shiraki! Denied by BJ Dagdag. And as we were saying, and a lot of people did say, Hiraishi resembling Jerry Barbaso, a legend back in the day. As we see the cross he whipped in. Shimomura couldn't quite secure it. Shrak took it. Pero nako ni Dagdag. But quickly, it was going one Taguig's way again as it rolled out. So again, you get 3 points for a win. 1 point kung draw. So one Taguig have 6 wins, 3 draws, and 1 loss. That is good for 21 points. Nasa 6th place sila ngayon. Yung Don Bosco Garelli United naman, after 11 games, to have 3 wins and 8 losses, good for 9 points. So they did rack up 3 wins again, multiplied by the 3 points. Kaya nakasyam na po sila. And it's with Lance Bencho who just gave it to his back line. Tahir kay Jarvis. Mahmoud Ali was trying to get involved in the left with Shraki. Bencho. You love that confidence with the ball. Groggy. Raishi. Patient play here at the back from Taguig. Begandom. You do see 2 Iranians playing. It's Begandom at si Tahir. As it's on the left now, Shraki Shimomura skying this ball. Be wary, of course, because Stefan Schrock racked up 5 assists in that statement 7-1 win versus Loyola. Dahil sa 5 assists ni Shraki, as we see a replay, he now sits in the top 3 in our statistics so far in that aforementioned category. Goal kick dito. Begandom, a recent stint with Kaya last PFL. He was listed with Minjola also in the Copa. But from what I recall, he was not utilized or did not suit up. Sits with Tahir now from Islam Shar Tehran. That's in Iran, of course. Raishi. Aldeguer miss-hitting this one. He wants to carry on that fine form again last game. Here's a look at it right here. Now to Hiraishi, dangerous as ever. The one touch, tough to nail. Andres Aldeguer did have a stint in the United States where he was looking to play at the university level. Si Raishi gave it to the center pero offside naman dito. First of the game there for one Taguig FC. As we were talking about Aldeguer, after pursuing studies for about a year in the United States and the East Coast, he did make the decision to play for one Taguig FC and finish his university studies also in the Philippines. He'll be juggling both, of course. And we see how Garelli's offense needs fine-tuning kasi wala nga si Jules Camoin. Well, here's foreigners at the back giving them something promising. Pero nagmamadali sila Jarvis at Johnson. Jarvis did play for Ateneo also here in the university ranks. As the switch to Hiraishi. Dito naman daw. Switch ulit kay Shraki. Onside, flag stays down. Still Shraki looking for a teammate. Sa kabila daw sana pero outside. Shraki donning Cabizares Shrak at the back of his jersey to honor his mother also. Cabizares, of course, the maiden name of his mother, who is Filipino. So Dagdag will resume play here. So when we look at it, actually, Dagdag did feature in in some losses of Garelli. As we see Draghi again. Play to be resumed. Nasa gitna ang bola. It will be behind Bode Oladipo. It's up for grabs now. Throw in. Taguig will try to build up from the back. Nano, a tough man to beat. Nagmamadali siya. A little physical here. Referee Michael Barajas signaled advantage. And this clearance was blocked by Hiraishi. It will stay with Garelli. And it will stay with them, of course. And there's a look at Banagodos again. His brother does play. His brother BJ does play for Adamson University. As Tahir cleared this one. A well-experienced player. He did suit up also for Global, Manila Jeepney, and Pasargad sa panahon ng United Football League dito sa Pilipinas. Inch by inch, kita nga natin din. Garelli are getting forward. Pero sa throw-ins po yan. And eventually, it is this one. A free kick on the left. Bode Oladipo will give us this. The service. They get the first ball. Tahir making it difficult. The shot was taken off target. Kita na nga ni Lance Bencho, wala. As there was John Tirado who was trying to get involved in the offense. So it was played short by Bencho, yung goalkeeper ng Taguig, the former UE Red Warrior. 1 season with them post-pandemic. Tahir. And his recent stint, from the looks of it, was in Indonesia with Persipal. When here's a counter, dito po delikado ang Garelli. Hiraishi. Nano. Nano again gave the equalizer. Or produced the equalizer for Kaya in the Copa Paulino Alcantara. That was his previous team. Grog binigay kay Jarvis. So both teams in the 4-4-2 again. It will be their skills and determination that will sort or differentiate them from one another. Garelli with that midfield block as they play this one. Offside na naman. You see that high back line ng Garelli giving, or did give, an issue there to the likes of Groggy. Here's a look at that Tahir, their center back. It was compact in the middle. That run was a little mistimed. As this eventually went over to Bencho. He does look up to the late Ronald Sadia, yung goalkeeping idol daw niya. And Bencho has gotten some time also as the backup of Quincy Camarad, as we saw with the rotation of Juan Taguig in the other games or previous games. At Aldeguer, nakuha niya, pero nandun si Solomon Nobu. Shraki, dito daw sa gitna, didiskarte siya. Ended up with Hiraishi, trying to beat the defense, looking for an angle to pull the trigger. Groggy, nasa gitna naman. Shraki, sa kanan. Juan Taguig trying to come up or be dangerous here with the possession in the attacking third. At magre-reset sila. Jarvis to Tahir. Hiraishi. Nano. They're trying to make a hole in that Garelli defense. Dito daw, diagonal ball to Groggy. Grog pa rin. Pero nandun ang kanyang bantay. Hiraishi, the Japanese foreign player. Jordan Jarvis, all outfield players of Taguig in the attacking half. Shraki. Chipping this one, Shimomura. But it is taken by Dagdag again. Sandali lang daw, sabi niya. I'll try to slow it down for them. About 14 minutes into the first, or into this game already. It's still goalless as we speak. Taguig haven't really made Garelli keeper BJ Dagdag work. Ali did play in the Copa Paulino Alcantara also. It was with Club de Football Manila, as we know. And it was cleared off. And so far, possession reads 63-37 in favor of Taguig FC. 2 shots so far, but they haven't been able to come up with those quality opportunities to make Garelli's defense and goalkeeper work. And the flag is up again right here. And with what Garelli are doing, it is similar to their victory versus Philippine Air Force. Air Force did hold possession, but Garelli's defense made them work. At umiscore nga yung Garelli sa counter-attack or long ball, tandaan nga natin. And in that win versus Philippine Air Force, it was Panagoros who connected with Django Bad Johnson, who gave us a magnificent looping or a magnificent goal of that looping ball. But back to the action, Begandom binigay kay Hiraishi. Parang Begandom kay Barbaso na rin eh. As his ball couldn't find Groggy. Nako nila Obu and company. Chris Suarez. Pero traffic dito. As we do see it, Solomon Obu down, holding on to his wrist. You do not want to lose him again with the way he's that main man on defense. And yung contact mula kay Begandom. My players eventually stopped there. Great sportsmanship. And another update with possession. It's at 71, 29% as we speak. If you are Taguig, you want to convert that into a goal. And we did mention yung mga resulta or yung last game ng Garelli. As passes completed, clearly favor Taguig FC here with the way they've been playing. 61-8. Now we look at our results again. Or previous results sa Taguig. They did crush Loyola FC 7-1, led by the braces of Aldeguer and Chimomura. Shrock came away with 5 whopping assists. At nakay Aldeguer ngayon, a fall inside the box. That's not enough to convince referee Michael Barajas if that was a penalty. So again, it is no penalty here. Shraki taking a fall. May sakutan na rito with Dean Bullen. Shraki, a fiery player again, tough to play against. So this will be a chance from the left, taken quickly by Shraki, the former national team captain. It go fancy and it is in. That's the opener for Taguig FC, courtesy of Taher. Might have been a back heel from what we saw. That's got to be a top 5 in celebrations. Taher gets a goal. Let's take a look at it. Hiraishi flicking it here. The veteran just wowing us. Madalas sinasabi ng mga coach, wag nyo i-fancy. Pero dito ginawa niya. That's definitely going to be a highlight. That's going to be on his highlight. Taher, 1 goal last game. Now another goal. He scored in back-to-back games already. And that's his 2nd goal of the season. Check na din natin yung mga scorers dito sa dalawang koponan as it's over with Shraki. Taguig would definitely like to open the floodgates. Shraki again. Hiraishi! Or it is Shimomura rather, I beg your pardon. That one just taking my breath away with the way they were just so fast. Tsukasa Shimomura. Lucky number 13 here. Celebration too with Shraki with the assist. And I beg your pardon there for botching that earlier. Nandun din si Hiraishi, his compatriot, but fantastic control from the Japanese striker. No doubt about that when Shimomura gets a chance from point blank. Lucky 13 this season for him. And he is in the top 3 again for goal scorers, mind you. Or he is in the top 3 for goal scorers this season. And you see how Taguig have just gotten rejuvenated after a first 15 minutes or so that was difficult because DB Garelli frustrated them as Shraki overhit this one. Tsukashi Momura riding that as he gets this now from Hiraishi. Will he get past this lucky 13 and make it 14 goals? But in frustration, we saw the retaliation. And it was from Solomon Obo just kicking the ball away. Kita din yung galit niya kaya may warning siya kay referee Michael Barajas. Garelli have their work cut out here. Pick your poison. Tsukasa Shimomura, Stefan Schrack. Nandun sila lahat. Agawan bola, agawan buko dito. Who takes this free kick? And it's from a lovely distance. But this one will need some control. At yung Garelli, yung mga player ng Garelli, kita natin. Yung lahat na nagsusumbong kay referee Michael Barajas. Just like another school day, everybody in recess complaining to your principal. But it is a Saturday. Wala tayong pasok ngayon. That's why we invite you to join us at the Rizal Memorial Stadium for your Philippines Football League action. We are closing in at deciding the title. Taguig FC have that outside chance again. And at the rate that they are going, they do have a shot at keeping their hopes alive. We see Shraki and Shimomura stepping up to the plate. They'll try to keep them guessing. 5-man wall to beat dito sa Garelli again. Yung team, o yung koponan in orange. Yung Taguig FC, naka all white. The whistle is blown. Shimomura takes it and makes it. I guess he didn't want to stay on lucky 13 goals this season. That's why he took that goal number 14 for him this season now. But it's the second of the afternoon. Just a barrage here from the new yet experienced Taguig squad. And they're locked in here. No celebrations, they're just talking. And they want to continue to fine-tune themselves. Top bins here. Top corner. for Tsukasa Shimomura. And this one was kicked off quickly now. And you see the confirmation again dito kay Tsukasa Shimomura. And Shimomura now up to 14 goals this season, outright the leading scorer of one Taguig. And behind him is Naoto Hiraishi with 6. Hiraishi yet to score here, but we're just running through the numbers this season. Just for your reference, lipat tayo sa Garelli. Wala nga si Jules Comoin yung top scorer nila. So behind him is Jangoba Johnson. Naka-4 na goals so far this season as here comes Groggy. Another dangerous man for them, but they couldn't connect here. Close one, but not quite. Andres Aldeguer wanted to find the back of the net, pero mukhang corner kick ito. And with this deep one Taguig squad, we're seeing all the options. They're strong in every position. Shraki to take this one. He has the option to play short to Begandom. At teka, may mga reminders tayo. Wala kay referee Michael Barajas ulit. May tulokan sa box. Madalas yan ang nangyayari. Bawal po yan. Shraki taking it. And this was headed by Aldeguer but skied. He didn't meet the ball in the ideal manner, but they've done that in the training grounds. But Garelli will try to build up from the back, but it's intercepted by Groggy. And he was the man of the match in their game versus Army. They started very strong thanks to him. As this was outside, it was called by our main referee. That took a number of bounces and some awkward handling. Pula kay Hiraishi. Hiraishi getting beaten. Just fouled. Or committed the foul right after at Jangoba Johnson. Johnson, as we know, their striker from Liberia. Nano didn't get the foul he was asking for. But also a fierce player. And this one stays with Garelli. Red Fornis. He was brought into this Garelli squad again with his experience. As the flag stays down, Shimomura, still Shimomura, taking it, and it eventually rolls into the back of the net. A hat-trick here for Tsukasa Shimomura. And we are only 27 minutes into this game. Have yourself an afternoon. And they're keeping their foot on the gas pedal here. Shimomura, kita nga natin, tumingin siya sa linesman. We thought he got beaten and desperately poked it in and found the back of the net here. Just dribbling past everybody. 3-1, walang problema daw dito. Unfortunately, the back line of Garelli couldn't get that stop. As BJ Dagdag was a sitting duck. As he eventually gets a stop right here. Shraki tried to clean up the garbage, but Garelli did so. That's on the right, Fornis versus Jarvis. At foul throw daw dito. And just to remind you again, in this, o nasa league format po tayo, the #1 team at the end of the season will be crowned as champions, and one Taguig are chasing that. As we do see Solomon Obu down, traveling far and beyond after taking a hit. As we do see Tuloy FC arriving also, or they've arrived also. Brian Villanueva did just walk by the broadcast media tribune. As we see the replay here, Solomon Obu taking a tough fall and selling it with the way he just rolled over. And because of that, nakadilaw na si Stefan Truck. Not a cause of concern because Obu continues to be down and is holding on to his foot from the looks of it. We are near the half-hour mark already in this game. And Stefan Schrack will have to be careful because he's on a yellow. And that may just reduce his chances of replicating his 5-assist effort from last game. He has at least one already in this matchup. And it's been that difficult day for Garelli. And again, i-recap lang natin mga scores. Taher gave us the opener. And what you could say was a back heel. 1-0 there, scoring fancy. As Tsukasa Shimomura just gave us a hat trick. Decided to unleash the beast in him. So Solomon Obu is back and okay, but he will need to stay on the sidelines for a bit. DB Garelli will be down to 10 players for the moment. As we are at the 30th minute already of this match, and we'd like to remind you that Star Polaris is the official match ball of the Philippines Football League. One Taguig with a 4-0 lead. The team in all white. Yung DB Garelli United naman naka all orange, or they're in their all orange uniforms. Garelli playing right to left. This is Claro Manzano, your commentator for this one again, and thank you very much for catching the games at pfl.org.ph, Blast TV, Premier Football, and Premier Sports as they give it over to Groggy. Played long by Taher. Kita natin, nasa likod muna si Banjo Mahinay habang wala pa si Solomon Obu, but he is eventually back. Shimomura's ball for Aldeguer was denied by the likes of Oladipo, but here comes Schrock now, driving it for them on the wing. And it's over to Nano. Still Nano taking it, and it's good again. 5-0 for one Taguig. With the way they've been putting in goals, can we call them 5 Taguig just for now? Shout out to Nano Amita. Such a passionate guy. When he's not playing, he's at the venue catching the games. When he's not at the venue, he's at the live stream joining us. Great team play as we saw here. Aldeguer dummied it. That counts as a pass completed with the way it was just so dangerous. Nano Amita with experience playing again in AFC or international competitions. He did rack up that experience again with Kaya FC. Kaya often a representative of the Philippines in the AFC. And there's a look at Nano donning the captain's armband as Bencho will resume play. Other than Bencho going to UE or playing for UE for some time, he did come from the FEU high school FEU high school program. Alika Shraki. Shraki playing this long. Hiraishi. Still Hiraishi. Groggy. Trying to shake and bake. They try to send this one, but Dagdag gets the stop. Still with Shraki now. Sending it. Oladipo getting the denial. Begandom distributing. Groggy did grow up in Switzerland as it was punched away. And us. Another goal on the rebound right here. It's Tsukasa Shimomura. We need to get this guy a name. We gave out Suki already to Junior Mahili of Maharlika. But Tsukasa Shimomura gets goal. Gets his 5th goal. You need to clean up the garbage again and help your keeper. And unfortunately, Garelli were not able to support Dagdag. The likes of Oladipo and Obu were just there. Nothing else we could say with that goal there. Right place, right time. Give it a man with killer instinct like Shimomura. He's going to put it to the back of the net. 9.5 times out of 10. As this ball was sent and well out. Taher will try to bring it through the middle. Begandom, the compatriots again, Taher and Begandom from Iran. They do have UFL experience. Begandom with PFL experience too, mind you. Amita sees Shraki in the middle and plays it to him. Shraki, Dagdag. They got it back. Aldeguer, open goal. But the keeper getting to recover. And it's stopped here by Fornis. But Shraki all over the place here. Groggy. Aldeguer, but couldn't. But there's Groggy down. What the counter here, Johnson with Jarvis got that successful tackle. But it stays with Garelli as Groggy is still down. And he's holding on to his left leg as we see. We hope he's okay, but this is what happened. Covering some distance there. We did say earlier that Patrick Grog, or did see, nakita natin, early in the game, Groggy was holding on to his left leg. As we have, or what we are having, is an unofficial cooling break while Groggy is being attended to. He hails from Switzerland again, but his mom is Filipino. He did play a great amount of time growing up in Switzerland and in Thailand. He also did study in the Philippines for a bit while growing up, in fact. And that was in Clark, actually. So he's no stranger to life here again. Groggy staying close to his mother's roots. Begandom to the left. Ali. Shraki. Oladipo. Shimomura putting pressure. And we see with Shimomura, he has converted or scored 4 out of his 5 shots in this game. What a statistic. And look out, because Shimomura entered his game with 12 goals, and he has scored 4. That pushes his tally to 16, and he's now tied with Finn McDaniel for second spot in the Golden Boot race. As Shraki gives in a cross, Shimomura, still Shimomura, open goal, and he takes second spot in the Golden Boot race now. He overtakes Finn McDaniel and is behind Harvey Gayoso. 5 goals now here for the Japanese superstar. And we're out of words to say here, but Shraki did pave way for that again. And so credit to Stefan Schrock for that assist too. Shraki the provider, Shimomura the scorer. And we can confidently say with this scoreline, Taguig have pretty much sealed this win now. Just stamping their class here all over Garelli. Well, it's on now. Hiraishi getting dispossessed, but he has a chance to score. And it is good here. Welcome to the Goal Scorers Club this afternoon. Naoto Hiraishi. Applause from the grandstand. And it looks like his family is here watching. We'll try to confirm at halftime. And they are proudly wearing the Taguig jersey with his name. And just all out here from Taguig. A simple long ball over the top. Hiraishi, we thought he got beat and refused to give up, but loose handles from BJ Dagdag, unfortunately. We see it here. Past the keeper. It doesn't have to hit the net again for a goal. It just has to cross the line completely. And we do see there now Hiraishi. We welcomed him to the Goal Scorers Club for this afternoon. But that's his 7th goal of the season already. But first in this game, as it's with Shraki. They're trying to get the stop here with Bancho Mahinay. And this came off a Taguig player. Now, how will the captain lift up Garelli in a difficult scenario like this? Because when we look at it, DB Garelli have been on some tough score lines already this season. As the barrage continues now, Aldeguer takes it, denied at the near post. Tried to score in the follow-up, but it was no good. And Shimomura again, but it's off target with that looping header. And when we look at it, Don Bosco Garelli have been on some difficult score lines, losing 12-0 to Kaya FC. And at this rate, Taguig may be able to reach that. They also lost 7-0 to Stalin Laguna FC, but let's look at it this way. Garelli opened their PFL campaign, their debut PFL campaign, with 2 losses. And then they picked up a sensational 4-2 win. A 4-2 win. That was sensational over Minjola FC, with Jules Comoin scoring their first goals in this tournament in history. They did get that win, but they suffered a 6-game losing streak as Groggy got to blow past the man. And the stop there, Banjo Mahinay helping out at the back as Groggy's shot sailed just over the bar. And here's a fun fact from Groggy that we'd like to bring out also. So he did pretty much pick up football from his father. He credits to him for that, but he credits his mother for his speed. Yung nanay daw ni Patrick Grog, palarong pambansa track star back in the day. Talk about that combination here. Yung football nga ulit, we'll just repeat it. Yung football ni Groggy, yung skills daw galing sa tatay, yung speed o yung bilis galing sa nanay niya, palarong pambansa track star. Bencho, but it was taken by Fornis. Fornis from Bulacan, combining with Banagodos. But Jordan Jarvis got the well-timed stop. And here's this looping ball, Groggy with defensive duties. Hiraishi. Can we make Jerry his Filipino name? We'll find out. We mentioned again why Begandom, Aldeguer didn't get to control that one well. Amita in the middle. Hiraishi ulit. But just talking about it again, Garelli did have a 6-game losing streak, highlighted by a 16-2 loss to Cebu as Aldeguer tried to round the keeper but couldn't put it into the back of the net. It's Aldeguer who hasn't scored a party here. He hasn't been able to find his shooting boots. But going back after that 6-game losing streak, Garelli did pick up 2 wins as we see this stop by Dagdag. Aldeguer lost this angle. Garelli defeated Manila Monte as expected 4-0. And Garelli once more, a 1-0 victory. A close-fought game versus Philippine Air Force. As we have 3 minutes of additional time, as confirmed by 4th official Rodney Leble. But here comes another wave. Wave after wave on the attack. Aldeguer couldn't connect again. But a follow-up pretty much, or another chance to score. And it is Taher once more. His second of the afternoon. But he did give them that crucial opener again. He's the reason why they've been able to open the floodgates. And you love the hustle here from Zabihi Taher. And it's all frustration for Garelli. Their body language says it all. Now to Hiraishi with the assists. As it was just cut back here. The Japanese to Iran or Japan to Iran connection. Kaya nagpa-thank you si Taher dito. But he'll try to go down the left. Chris Suarez got dispossessed. Shraki flicked it to Aldeguer. Aldeguer showing his dribbling capabilities. Unselfish play and another chance, but no good for Shimomura. He's going for goal number 6, mind you. And the score right there, it is not a typo. So we did talk about the scoring form of, or the match form of Don Bosco Garelli United. But for one Taguig, we do see they won the games that they had to win, but when they faced off with title contenders, it was a different story. They drew their games versus Stallion and Kaya, and they lost versus Cebu and drew versus Davao. As it's over with Rocky on the left. Open goal again, and they couldn't connect. So when we refer to the title contenders here with one Taguig, they haven't really been able to notch wins. But they're still in this hunt again. But it is an outside chance. As play was reshown, diniretso na lang kay Begandom. Tahir to Nano, but it's offside now. Nano falling hard on BJ Dagdag here. These guys were just simply going for the ball. Great sportsmanship here. Shraki just showing us why he did play in the Bundesliga in the peak of his career, dispossessing them. But that is the halftime whistle, and it's 9-0 as you see. No mistake there with the scoreline. So Kasa Shimomura, 5 goals so far here. One Taguig running riot. And they've been all over the place too, mind you. Well, that will do for the first half, and we'll catch you in a bit for your statistics and analysis.
Football teaches us how to win, as well as how to accept defeat gracefully. Then go on to do our best in the next game. Follow this trail, boys. Let your opponents and teammates remember your name. Let play a role in the future of football.
With Kelme, leave your mark.
Football teaches us how to win, as well as how to accept defeat gracefully. Then go on to do our best in the next game. Follow this trail, boys. Let your opponents and teammates remember your name. Let play a role in the future of football.
With Kelme, leave your mark.
Football teaches us how to win, as well as how to accept defeat gracefully. Then go on to do our best in the next game. Follow this trail, boys. Let your opponents and teammates remember your name. Let play a role in the future of football.
With Kelme, leave your mark.
Football teaches us how to win, as well as how to accept defeat gracefully. Then go on to do our best in the next game. Follow this trail, boys. Let your opponents and teammates remember your name. Let play a role in the future of football.
With Kelme, leave your mark.
Football teaches us how to win, as well as how to accept defeat gracefully. Then go on to do our best in the next game. Follow this trail, boys. Let your opponents and teammates remember your name. Let play a role in the future of football.
With Kelme, leave your mark.
Football teaches us how to win, as well as how to accept defeat gracefully. Then go on to do our best in the next game. Follow this trail, boys. Let your opponents and teammates remember your name. Let play a role in the future of football.
With Kelme, leave your mark.
Football teaches us how to win, as well as how to accept defeat gracefully. Then go on to do our best in the next game. Follow this trail, boys. Let your opponents and teammates remember your name. Let play a role in the future of football.
With Kelme, leave your mark.
Football teaches us how to win, as well as how to accept defeat gracefully. Then go on to do our best in the next game. Follow this trail, boys. Let your opponents and teammates remember your name. Let play a role in the future of football.
With Kelme, leave your mark.
Football teaches us how to win, as well as how to accept defeat gracefully. Then go on to do our best in the next game. Follow this trail, boys. Let your opponents and teammates remember your name. Let play a role in the future of football.
With Kelme, leave your mark.
Football teaches us how to win, as well as how to accept defeat gracefully. Then go on to do our best in the next game. Follow this trail, boys. Let your opponents and teammates remember your name. Let play.
Continuing coverage of Philippines Football League action from the Rizal Memorial Stadium, and it is 1 Taguig FC with 9 goals over DB Garelli United at nasa first half pa lang tayo. Take that into account. DB Garelli started strong with their stingy defense and got the ball forward a number of times, but lost steam quickly already. And Stefan Schrock just turned up the heat, and this lovely flick from Tahir gave us the opener. No looking back, because Taguig did open the floodgates in about the 18th minute. And so Kasha Shimomura is scoring his first of 5 goals. And it was continuous here as Tsukasa Shimomura made it 3-0. A brace quickly, or in quick succession. And here was Groggy assisting, or hoping to assist, Andres Aldeguer, but he hasn't been able to find the back of the net so far in this game. Shimomura got this long ball, tumingin sa linesman kung onside pa rin. Nakababa yung flag, and he sent this one in to make it another goal. 4-0 here at this point. Nano Amita made it 5. Just dazzling us with his dribbling skills. Groggy hasn't found the score sheet, but has been very active here in creating opportunities for Taguig. And Garelli did not clean up the garbage here, as it became 6-0 behind Tsukasa Shimomura, and Shimomura made it 7 there. 5 goals to his name for the Japanese striker as he connected with Naoto Hiraishi, who eventually made this 8-0. It was all 1 Taguig after they scored the first goal. Groggy had this one sail over the bar. And Hiraishi continued to stay active as Tahir scored his second goal of the game to make it 9-0. And we see here possession, no question. 1 Taguig have been milking that to their full advantage. That's why they have 20 shots, 14 on target, and that has paved way to 9 goals as we speak. 4 offsides because Taguig struggled early on to break down that Garelli defense that featured a high back line. That was the same Garelli defense that made Philippine Air Force work and allowed the team in orange to seal that victory last week versus the Airmen. And we'd like to remind you that we are powered by 8 Cuts Burgers, our official catering partner. Get onion rings while you're at it when catching your Philippines Football League action. I know that's what you all love. As we do have a double substitution dito para sa DB Garelli United. And we do see John Misagal enter the game along with Kyle Sionco. Garelli with only 4 players on their bench. And they used 2 subs already. And there you go, we're getting confirmation. There yung mga lumabas, sila BJ Dagdag and Solomon Obu.
Replaced by player number 19, Kyle Shoko.
There you go, confirmation of the subs as we've switched sides now. Taguig FC are in their all white, carrying on where they stopped. They're playing from right to left. TB Garelli United have been behind the ball for most of the game and are playing from left to right. And as the script continues, it's a Shraki corner kick. Now officially in the top 3 in assists this season. As Tahir wanted to score his or complete his hat trick. And here's another ball in now. And they do find the back of the net, but it is offside. But Tahir is in pain. And he came close to scoring his hat trick there. And he is definitely winded from that knack and fall. And here was the ball from Shraki. Oh, there was the contact also with Misagal. And he is definitely winded. And Tahir again, just suiting a pass of late for this squad of Coach Giovanni Villagracia. And it will be unfortunate if he'll have to step off. But Tahir and Misagal were simply competing for the ball there. And it's the abdomen that is being iced. He is slow to get off, but we did not hear the cue for substitution. That means we are expecting him to return as of now or as of late. So play resumed. Begandom is putting pressure here. The likes of Dean Bulling could sort things out there. And with the way this has gone, again, this result is set except for the final score. We're seeing that because of this exaggerated scoreline again. Tsukasa Shimomura leading the way or leads the way with 5 goals out of the 9 this afternoon. And Shimomura has 17 now and is number 2 in the top scorer race. There was a point in time where Shimomura just flamed out, but he picked up his pace again here and is number 2 as Aldeguer tried to whip in across. Shraki there pouncing that unforced error from Garelli, and here comes Draghi. Try to bring it in for them as he usually does. And it's another goal here for Tsukasa Shimomura. Now 18 goals. He's creeping in on Harvey Gayoso, who has 21. That's in the Golden Boot race again this season. They have the win already, but you see, he wants more. Taguig wants more. Patrick Grog setting up the Japanese striker again. How many times have we said it? The Japanese striker in Tsukasa Shimomura pouncing. And as we talk about our Japanese players here, there's the Japanese connection with Shimomura and Hiraishi for Taguig, and they also do have the Iranian dynamic duo of Zabihi Tahir and Miller Begandom. Here's Garelli, a rare foray forward. Panagodos. The switch over to Fornes. Fornes versus Gragi. This is quite a matchup as this shot was taken in over by Bullen. There's Dean Bullen, who got that shot up for them. What would we see? It went to one to kick, and they got the ball up quickly. Begandom. Groggy versus Fornis. And Fornis gets the slide. Amita gave it back. Promising here with Groggy. Great place. Nano, carbon copy of what Groggy just showed us. And it's another goal, 4-1 Taguig. From 1 Taguig to 11 Taguig, real quick. Andres Aldeguer gets his much coveted goal. Carbon copy with how Groggy set up Tsukasa Shimomura earlier. We just had to double check here because there were bodies all over the place. And it's confirmed it goes to Andres Aldeguer. Aldeguer again, his father a pro basketball player back in the day. Over to Lance Bencho. Rare times he's getting involved with the way his team is performing. And Bencho, in fact, was the reinforcement of the National Capital Region team in the 2016 Palaro in Bicol, where he was teammates with some notable university or UAAP players such as Dov Carino, Enzo Lucindo, our lead statsman, and Marcos Salud. And it's no surprise that Lance Bencho is in the pro ranks, and he actually turned pro quite early. Bencho's team again, when he competed in the UAAP in 2023, they did top the table at a certain point, but flamed out or lost momentum in the second round. It sadly did not make it to the semifinals. But nonetheless, Bencho making a big move in his career here. And he's now under the mentorship of not just Quincy Camarad, but Ed Sacapanyo, the Montague goalkeeper coach. Also, the goalkeeper coach of our men's national team, Coach Edsa himself, also a former player. As Begandom will bring this one up. Shiraki in the middle. Hiraishi. We did confirm his parents are in attendance in this game and are just in front of the commentary panel. And they are flying out tomorrow, but they did get to catch Naoto Play, who just suffered a hard fall now. And there you go, the parents of Naoto Hiraishi enjoying the action. Now here we do see Jarvis getting a stop. Now Taguig would like to get the clean sheet. As we know, it will be Benjo and company sniffing that clean sheet. Only 9 minutes into the second half, and Taguig have been able to forward 2 goals already. Hiraishi in the middle. Shraki. As they play this one and flag goes up. Tire couldn't get it. Kumukontra sa referee doon. Gusto niya ng goal, syempre. Like already relinquished possession quickly. It's with Taguig. Michael Baras played advantage earlier. There was the unsuccessful dive from Fornis to get that header. Well, here comes Milad Begandom just dispossessing Tirado. And there was the support that they were hoping to provide through Kyle Sionco, but it was no good, and that's why it's here now. So recap lang natin. Tsukasa Shimomura leads the way with 6 goals so far in this game. And Taher has a brace. Now Tohira Ishii has a goal too. Same goes for Nano Amita. Andres Aldeguer got his much needed goal too. Pancho Mahinay. Milad Bengadom. We were saying earlier in the season there's chances of character building as Tsukasa Shimomura did not get to convert here. But now that Garelli did get those opportunities to build character and learn about what it takes to play at the professional level, we'd expect improvements, especially that we are at the end stages of the season again. If Garelli do have a cushion versus the top ranked or the lower ranked teams ranked 11 and below. But if they lose, they could potentially be chased down for that number 10 spot again. The top 10 teams are searching in hopes of being included in next year's Philippines Football League top tier. And here's a through ball to Amita. Amita patiently, but Misagal gets a save and gives them a much needed confidence booster. But it's just one Taguig all over the place. And Garelli get it now finally. Pullen was on the same page there as his teammate, and they get to keep it. And it's picked up by Bencho. Groggy. Begadon will try to bring it up. Let's take a look also at the remaining games of One Taguig FC. They are set to square off with United City on July 6, Manila Digger on July 10, and Tuloy FC on July 14. But if you include this game, there's a maximum of 12 points up for grabs again. As Shockey comes in, cutting it back. Taher. Dito sa DB Garelli United naman, yung remaining schedule nila, they will be playing versus Manila Digger. They'll be playing versus Manila Digger on July 6 and Philippine Army on July 10. And as we see, Misagal is giving them that confidence at the back as they'll try to move forward. Pancho Mahinay now playing center back kasi tinanggal si Solomon Obu. He was subbed off. Jacobo Johnson has not been able to get that support in hopes of scoring a goal or getting something on offense. But with the way he's dropped back, parang ginawang central midfielder na rin as Aldeguer failed to connect here.
Malupitan. Malupitan. Nigamot.
Panagodos. Johnson. No Jules Camoin again for Garelli. But again, it will take a team effort. And we do have a substitute lining up at the half line. It's another man, it's another myth, it's another legend. Ed Sacopano. One Taguig FC's goalkeeper playing coach is gonna enter the game. We're calling you Coach Edsa, of course. Kasi coach ka na, Coach Edsa. Coach Edsa was there when it all started. He was involved in the miracle in Hanoi. And he's giving the captain's armband. Stefan Schrack giving him a salute. Same from Lance Benjo because Coach Edsa was a part of Philippine Army FC when it all started. Welcome back, Coach Edsa. And we would like to remind you that Star Polaris is the official match ball of the Philippines Football League. Now pressure's on Coach Edsa to make sure or to get his clean sheet here in the last 30 minutes of the game as Lance Bencho exits with one.
Pantay na, hindi na pantay yung kaliwa sa kanan eh. Hindi dumikit.
And we did get to confirm with our stats team that Coach Edsa is at a young 44 years of age. But just a question. Kung 44 si Coach Edsa, bakit 88 yung jersey niya? There you go again. And we were just talking about him earlier being a member of their coaching staff, but they've been also putting him as their third keeper. And he brings in that leadership. And other than his involvement with the men's national team coaching staff, he is also a coach at the youth level. And he's continuing to safeguard the future of Philippine football with his contribution. But he's under the threat here from Jankobat Johnson and company. Nano Amita gets this. Great gesture that he passed the captain's armband over to Coach Edsa. It's over to Shraki. Shraki to Nano. And they do have support because their numbers are all over. Shraki. A boatload of assists in this game, but will it lead to a goal? But you love the hustle from John Misagal. Getting the stop there to deny Stefan Schrack's bid for another goal or assist here. Shraki. Pegadom. They got it over to Jarvis. But Jarvis was narrow already, but manages to recover. Tsukasa Shimomura with a close one. And speaking of Stefan Schrack earlier being a provider, this was also the very stadium where he picked up his maiden international goal. It was versus Kuwait back in 2011 on the left wing on the further end. But it's the goal that Taguig are currently defending, where Shraki scored from the left wing. As it's with Aljon Baclason. Bolen trying to play this one through. And this one just rolls out. Dean Bolen couldn't reach this one as time continues to tick. And sadly for Garelli, they're part of another lopsided result here. They are actually on the receiving end of the biggest defeat in PFL history, a 16-2 result versus Dynamic Herb Cebu FC. We also have a number of 13-0 results with the likes of Global falling to Ceres as Shraki gives in a cross. Hiraishi gets into a or clips Hiraishi there, and that's why Michael Barras signals for a penalty. It was clumsy here from the main keeper of Garelli. And it's a penalty here. Michael Barras also booking the goalkeeper from what we saw there. And Hiraishi came close again. Well, this was actually outside already, but Misagal tripped him unnecessarily. What you love what Hiraishi did. He won the penalty, so that's a virtual assist, mind you. But he made sure to put the ball in the penalty spot, and taking it is Abihita here in search of his hat trick. He gave us the opener in this game, and it was non-stop there because of his breakthrough goal. Misagal again with the yellow. Things just being sorted out now. And Michael Barajas gives him the signal. Taher takes it, and it's good. Goal number 12, but he gets his hat trick. You gotta love the supportive teammates there, helping your teammate get the feet. High fives there with his teammate, George Baker. And you see the intentions of Taguig. They are putting in more attacking options in this game. Yes, they have an outside chance of taking the title again. But Taguig are they're keeping their foot on the gas pedal, upping their goal difference as needed, as we do see or get our subs. Yannick Tuason checked into the game along with Izu El Habib. It's a throwback seeing the two of them check into the game, as we do see did see Andres Aldeguer. We did see Andres Aldeguer step off. And the other one was Tsukasa Shimomura. So it was El Habib and Tuason who checked in. And we did see El Aldeguer and Shimomura step off. So Tsukasa Shimomura ended his day with 6 assists. And he is now he's always been the outright leading goal scorer of Taguig. But he now has 18 goals. And he trails Harvey Gayoso by 3 in the top scorer race. Zabi Taher with a hat trick and has 4 this season already. Just to talk about his entire tally, as we do see Chantirado get dispossessed. Shraki, now throw in to Tuason. Tuason fresh legs in the game along with El Habib. Shraki, Begadom. It's been a walk in the park here for Taguig and breaking down this defense, as there was an attempted rocket from Ali as Tuason failed to follow up there. And then again, the result of this game settled except for the final score. About 22 minutes remaining until additional time. But let's look over at our standings here with this impending result. Taguig FC do score another goal. A banger there, a shocker for all of us. Izu El Habib. I'm not so sure if the theme for this game is nostalgia, because there's Taher, El Habib, and Coach Edsa's also in the game. But El Habib again, a dangerous striker in the UFL days, and scores right here. Just getting a touch to it. And you see there, of course, he hasn't lost it. Well, we could have expected better from the entire Garelli defense. And it's goal, or lucky, 13. And Izu El Habib, the provider. As we did see a change for DB Garelli. Again, their bench with only 4 players, and that included John Misagal, their sub-keeper. As Mahina and company got the stop. And the confirmation of our sub is that Wincus Balbino checked in for Bode Oladipo. So from our count, there's actually one more player who can enter for Garelli. But we need to check the number of opportunities that they utilized here. So we update our standings here. Taguig FC will improve to 5th place with 24 points. That's because of their 7 wins, 3 draws, and 1 loss. We already factor in the win here. And their goal difference will improve to 43. But that is just good enough to be the 4th best, because Kaya's goal difference is at plus 72. Stanley Laguna are at plus 53. Cebu at plus 50 as the offside flag is up for Izuela Bib once more. A dangerous player again, back in the global, or back in his days with global. And there's something we can also add here. The players not available for this game are Kevin Ingreso and Jos Dutosbe. Not eligible because they are serving suspensions for the cards they accumulated. And wala si Christian Zorbito for DB Garelli of Coach Carl Claudio. And a number of players here not playing again. But if they did come or are not injured, they'd be able to play. Nano. Hiraishi. Will he give his parents another goal for the road? But Yannick Tuason was flagged offside. Lucky 13 for Taguig and counting. But according to the linesman, it became offside here when he gave it over to Yannick Tuason. Our colleague Ivan Gayar is calling Tuason the Gareth Bale in the PFL kasi mahilig din daw mag-golf. And as we speak, Taguig did give up possession. But with Garelli trying to get a roll of the dice, they just lose it immediately and cannot get up altogether. As we see Nano Amita and Milad Begandom there looking to take this one. It looks like Nano will be taking this one though. But let's see. And he does indeed, but it's skied. One of the few times that they've put a foot wrong. But Amita with a goal already in this afternoon for the squad of Coach Giovanni Villagracia. Taguig did also have their distinguished guests or team backers also last game. And it's great that they're giving them another big result here. They also did announce that they are going to be constructing their own stadium, as Nano Amita couldn't neutralize or secure that ball from Shiraki. But there we see it again. Garelli couldn't get forward. Then another chance now. And Naoto Hiraishi puts it in again. He gets his brace and he gives his parents another goal for the road as they are set to fly home tomorrow. And applause here from them. Tuason and El Habib doing the job with the dummy also. And now to Hiraishi earlier won a penalty. And that favor gets repaid because they set up that goal scoring chance for him. And as we talk about that, nagka-collision sila ni Hiraishi at Banagodos. But here comes Groggy. Will he join them? Still Groggy. Open goal. Getting clipped, and referee Michael Barajas points to the spot again here. And we were just saying, when Garelli get a stop and try to initiate offense, One Taguig would just immediately win it back. And Groggy won a penalty for them here. It looks like he won't be taking it though. But there was a long spell before referee Michael Barajas blew or signaled to the spot as we eventually saw it. John Misagal got the stop, couldn't secure the ball. His teammates weren't there to secure it. And here's another one now, Tuason, but gets denied here. You can say that's one of the few times they put a foot wrong now. A confidence booster for Misagal. Here's a chance now. It's just Banagodos though. As Mahmoud Ali continues to be solid at the back for them. The former U19 Philippines international. And here's another look at that save. Sending it to the bottom corner. John Misagal read that one well. And it will go Taguig's way as expected. And despite the EDSA traffic with Coach EDSA playing, it's still going their way. And it's a rare time that we say, or did Nano get nutmeg there? And it's a rare time we say we saw Shraki get dispossessed as Groggy will bring it up. He started the game at fullback, but the way it's going, parang winger na din siya. As it's with Shraki, giving a delightful cross. Tuason appeared to get a touch to it, but Misagal is brewing with some confidence as we are expecting a double change again for Coach Giovanni and Taguig. Nano slid it over to Begandom. Shraki, just acres of space, getting into the box, whipping in that cross. Hiraishi taking it, but this one goes over. And there you go, we do have our subs. We do see George Baker about to enter the game along with Patrick Artes. And stepping off will be Mahmoud Ali and Nano Amita. Nano Amita started the game as captain again, but gave the armband to Coach Ed Sacapanyo. Some valuable playing time here, and we do recall that George Baker did play for Garelli in the Copa Paulino Alcantara. He is the cousin of Rico Joseph, who recently suited up for Maharlika actually in that same tournament, the Copa. Rigo Joseph also did play for De La Salle University, racking up a number of podium finishes. What eyes will be on Baker and one Taguig. Shraki showing us he still has it. Groggy on the left. Got past this man. Got to cut it back. Hiraishi. Couldn't hit it well there though. And Jankoba Johnson triggers the counter here. And it's just easily collected by Taher as Dean Bolin couldn't meet that ball. As we are just counting down the minutes until added time and the full-time whistle in this match. Taguig FC about to seal another statement win as they play this one to Tuason. Tuason to Izu. Izu makes it 15. There you go. And this becomes the biggest winning margin already in Philippines Football League history here. As we saw Yannick Tuason set up Izu, teammates in Taguig, competitors back in the United Football League days. Izu with Global, Tuason with Kaya. Chanterado attempted the switch. Banagodos under some pressure from the young Artes, who is out to prove himself. But Hiraishi wins it, but gets whistled. It would go Garelli's way.
Magkakaroon talaga, tuturo eh. Alam mo gara? Una ka na.
So less than 10 minutes remaining here already. Taguig brought out the bench. Same it could be said for DB Garelli United, because they only have 4 players on their bench. A great number of their players missing, and they do or are also missing Zorbito due to suspension. Josh Dutosme and team captain Kevin Ingreso are not eligible in this game because they are serving suspensions for their yellow cards. As Coach Edsa, I believe, got his first few touches of the game there. Johnson, Hiraishi knocked it back to Edsa. So this is the highest scoring result already in the PFL. The last one, or the record, was set again when Dynamic Herb Cebu defeated Garelli 16-2 over at Cebu. And now it's his 15-0 result. As it's over to Groggy on the left. Grog. He also had a stint with the U23 national team. Artes. Baker. Hiraishi. Giving it over to the sub again. A chance to Tuason. He got a touch, but there was not enough power there. But if we take a look at our statistics in this game, it's a whopping 34 shots. And 23 of them are on target. 23 shots on target paved way to 15 goals. And it was Tsukasa Shimomura again who scored the bulk of those goals with 6. And then there was also Taher, who picked up a hat-trick. Naoto Hiraishi also gave us a brace here in front of his parents cheering him on. And the driving force in the midfield was Stefan Schrock, who's racked up countless assists. As with Hiraishi again. Will we get the Hiraishi El Habib connection? And if you know, you know. Begandom. Artes taking it, but it's over the bar. And there's a look at their youngster also getting valuable time. And play resumed. And we just want to remind you of our match schedule for today. After this matchup, we do have Minjola FC 1991 and Tuloy FC squaring off at 5:45 p.m. And at 8:30, today's main event, we do have Manila Monte and Philippine Air Force FC. They will play each other at 8:30. All of those games are at the Rizal Memorial Stadium, and you can catch them on pfl.org.ph. But this game you are also catching on the likes of Blast TV, Premier Football, and Premier Sports. This is Clara Manzano, your commentator for this game. Jarvis. They're also out to get the clean sheet, especially with their goalkeeper coach, Edsa Campano, getting involved. Coach Edsa playing at the age of 44 as Rocky. Misagal tapped this one out. And it'll be a corner kick. And they send this one in. El Habib. This will ping pong as they try to go for the bicycle. Tahir wanting to be part of a highlight again, but his opener for us this game again was already fancy with the back heel, but this time around, the unsuccessful bicycle. This one ping-ponging around, you can expect more from the defense of Garelli.
Pero wala ang Mendoza eh. Ano eh. Offside sir. 2-3.
Bolin appeared to get clipped there. Tirado played it back. It looks like they moved Tirado from the midfield to the defense. Garelli just struggling to navigate out here. Well, as we say that, there's a chance that they throw forward to Aljon Baclason. Well, they keep this one in. And there was Patrick Grog to delay that for them. Now, it's been quite some time that Garelli have gotten forward. And because of the way they're undermanned, they've had to put Jangobat Johnson, one of their main men in the attack, in midfield. And you could just see the frustration from him earlier as they squandered that. But here comes Tuason now. And it's another one here. Just pushing that record further for the biggest scoreline in the PFL. It's 16-0. And Tuason putting the onion ring on top. And this is Tuason's first of the game because he came off the bench again. And here was Shraki driving the traffic, or driving traffic for them. And it's Shrock adding another assist. And mind you, again, because of Taguig 7-1 victory versus Loyola FC, Shraki moved up to number 3 in assists so far this season. And with this performance, as Tuason found the back of the net again, we'll try to get a count ready by tomorrow on where Shraki lies, because there's Mark Hartman and Kaito Milan also, top players or top playmakers, as they give it or attempted to get it to Izu. But it was offside here. Bancho Mahina got the poke there though, yung team captain ng Garelli. But that is not a typo, ladies and gentlemen. It is 16-0 here. And unfortunately for Garelli, they've been setting records the bad way because they've been on the receiving end of the two biggest score lines in PFL history again. It's this one here, and then there's the 16-2 loss to Dynamic Herb Cebu recently at Cebu, as Shraki gave another cross. Hiraishi again. Akala namin kanina, may pabaw na goal na yung mga magulang niya. But he gave us another one here. It's a hat-trick also as he joins Tahir. 17 in this game. And credit again. Who gave the assist? Stefan Schrock. And based on our tally, we'll try to take a look on how he's just been racking it up. That's 6 assists in this game for Stefan Schrock. And there you go. We did get the signal from fourth official Rodney Labele that we have 3 minutes of additional time, as it's a whopping 17-0 scoreline again. And Stefan Schrock with 6 assists. He had 5 last game, so that's 11 assists in two games for Shraki, as we do see his family and friends also also in attendance here. Begandom on their orchestrator in the midfield. With the way this game has been played, yung center back nila, si Taher, parang center midfield na rin. May permission, umangat dito. And it's Shrock again. When he holds the ball, it sniffs danger for a goal because we just said it earlier. And Shrocky now could possibly be leading the league in assists with 14. We'll just need to incorporate our statistics from that game of Cebu where they did take a 7-0 victory versus Manila Monte. I say that because we have a potential scoring opportunity first. Taher taking a slip with and also a defensive tackle in the attacking end inside their goalkeeper or inside the goalkeeper box. But what I was saying earlier, we'll need to incorporate the assists from that Cebu result versus Manila Monte last week. Just to see, of course, how they were able to get their players involved. Off camera, we also did see Patrick Grog dribbling the ball like a basketball player. And this one was another chance that was no good. Itchy fingers here, but no problem because this result is set. And we just wanted to mention it's off camera when the ball was dead. Patrick Grog showed us that he's also a baller. Showed us he's a certified baller. Dribbling the ball. Parang nagbabasketball eh. Artes. Born in New York, he did have stints in Spain also. He was also with Stalin Laguna for a while before moving to Taguig. As this is half cleared and it's eventually sent to the side. Or sent to safety rather, as it's with Hiraishi. A hat trick here as he tries to set up Shrocky. Shrocky an assist, but unselfish play here from Shrocky. I don't think he's going for the goals, he's going for the assists. As Tuason got his shot denied by Banjo Mahina. You love the heart their captain has put in here. As Shrocky's trying to go fancy deep inside the box. Izu off the woodwork. Misagal the fingertip save. Hiraishi close. But Misagal again with the stop. And that's all for this storybook, folks. A whopping 17-0 result for Taguig FC. As they get the win and continue to keep their title hopes alive as they sit in 5th place. They now get 24 points because of their 7 wins, including the one today. And we did see Tsukasa Shimomura pick up 6 goals to lead the way. Naoto Hiraishi and Zabihi Taher came away with hat tricks of their own. Just goals all over the place right here. But it is Tsukasa Shimomura, the man of the match, because of his 6 goals and 1 assist. He has an 81% pass completion rate and 100% dribbles of his dribbles completed. Shimomura was all over the place, and I say that even if he was subbed off early in the game, but there's confirmation again that he is our moment man of the match. But another commendable effort again is the 6 assists of Stefan Schrock. Let's go through the assists. The players who came up with an assist also. Shraki came away with 6. Nano came away with 2. Hiraishi came away with 2. Mahmoud Ali and Shimomura with an assist each. As Yannick Tuason also gave a pair. As he's just getting his photo taken. As he is the man of the match again. One of the many times that Stefan Schrock paved the way for an opportunity. But we are showing you again that Shimomura was the man of the match. And here's one of the many goals that he scored. have yourself an afternoon. But we do have more games again later today. But there is confirmation. Shimomura with 6 goals, Taher and Hiraishi with their respective hat-tricks. Nano Amita came away with a goal along with Andres Aldeguer, Yannick Tuason, as Izu El Habib gave us 2. But that does it for the first game. Later on, we do have Benjola FC 1991 in Tuloy squaring off in your second match of the day. Mamaya naman po sa Rizal Memorial Stadium to conclude the much-awaited fixture between Manila Monte and Philippine Air Force FC at 8:30. Sa Dynamic Herb Borromeo Sports Complex naman at 5:30, we do have Cebu and Philippine Army playing. Cebu also out to keep their title hopes alive. But here are the highlights to keep you company. But that does it for this coverage of match number 1 this PFL Saturday. A big thank you in behalf of Direk Koyo Panko, our hard-working producers, cameramen, technical staff, graphics operators, floor directors. We'll sign off from the first game, but we'll catch you in the next one.
People always tryna put me down on the